Greetings, fellow captains, and welcome back to another episode of Review the Reviewer. So, after our last one, which Spartan popped in to see, Spartan was like, hey, want to review another one? And I was like, do you know what? Like, sure. Why not? So, Spartan, everyone knows Spartan loves the battleships, particularly the American battleships. And I am very much a cruiser player, so if there is anything I could pick apart and abuse, quite possibly it would be Spartan playing a cruiser. And then we see this video. Playing cruisers is so hard in World of Warships Legends. This is going to go one of two ways, folks, if you haven't already seen it. It's either going to be, yes, playing cruisers is really, really hard, or this is going to be absolutely ridiculously silly. So we can see Spartan has thankfully put the commander builds right at the start, and yeah, this is a pretty, in all fairness, probably exactly the same, if not very similar to what I would run. So we have breaching out, punch through. Can't remember what that second perk is called, but it's to increase fire chances, and I believe the final one is reload and fully packed, running connect to soft and Mimbelli. So let's get into it. Let's have like, yeah, beyond range you can like punch through, fixated and fully packed. Pretty solid build, and of course it's Spartan, so it's got to be American. It is the Cleveland, and a quick look at the build. I do actually like this. I think this is something that more people should do.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to World of Warships Legends. My name is Spartan Elite 43,
And tonight
we are back in the Cleveland, and
back in the Iowa.
I'm joined with Aaron randomly, and a couple of people that I know on the other team. So, pretty funny there. But this was completely random. I didn't realize anybody was streaming tonight, but
that is quite the camel. I
anyway,
do like
we are in the Cleveland because
the bald eagle
y'all
camels.
thought you were getting away with it, didn't you? Didn't you, cruiser players? You thought, oh, listen to Spartan. He making fun of the battleship captains. He's making fun of the destroyer captains. Oh, this is hilarious. I love watching everybody cry when they get made fun of.
If you haven't seen Spartans playing destroyers is hard video, go and watch it. Like, you'll understand this. There's some context. I assumed this was going to go this way, and it really is. So yeah, let's get on. Let's leave it to the master. I'll try not to chat too much.
You don't get away, sunshine. All right, we're making fun of the cruiser players now because cruiser playing is so difficult. It's so hard to play cruisers, folks. Let me show you just how hard it is to play a cruiser, shall we? Now, I don't have torpedoes, right?
I'm going to say, from our last Review the Reviewer, just a little caveat that I don't know how, but Spartan seems to find the biggest potato lobbies in the world. Like we've seen some dumb stuff from the Reds in some Spartan videos, that's for sure. But yeah, let's get on with this.
I have a high rate of fire, and that's it. So,
we've got radar as well.
Said, let's get this party started. Now, I spawned on shards. We're on the A spawn. I'm going to take the flank. I don't know why I decided to take the flank, other than the fact there's a whole bunch of cruisers here, and I thought there was at least a decent chance that I would end up against one of the battleships on this flank. So that's just the way it goes, right? Like, if I play a cruiser, I spawn against the battleship, and it always is in a position to potentially mess me up. So I like to get the flanks and try to push the edges, and boys, I'm gonna be real with you guys. Like, holy mother of God, the potatoes were out on this flank. Now, I don't know what happened on Aaron's flank. Apparently, he spawned all the way on the other side of the map. But when you guys see what's about to happen on this flank, oh my Lanta. But don't worry, because we're about to show how just broken the Cleveland is. Wait for it. First shot, first fire, as you'd expect, and
only one fire.
Fire out immediately. Now you would think, given the fact that I just got a damage con immediately, that these other cruisers next to me would be able to maybe do some fire damage or something, you know, something. But that is not the case. We are going to push this flank, and somebody decided.
Like straight up like, okay, this guy here might not, if you can see my mouse pointer, this guy here might have a shot. Maybe, maybe not. This guy, 100%. All right, but yeah, sailing broadside. I don't know particularly what cruiser that is, but like, come on, like, you one salvo is all you needed to shoot. Like, one salvo as you're pushing across. Why are you pushing across as well? Like, I don't know. Like, this is like, yeah, like. Try not to be sarcastic, and I'm really not the guy that abuses teammates. Like, I try to maybe overly fairly be overly fair on the red team. Like, I tend not to point out potato gameplay too much, but like this guy, like, you 100% could come here. You've got that island. As soon as that Iowa pushes forward a little bit, you'll have a lovely crossfire. But like, why this guy didn't set off, you know, one salvo,
to come out on this flank
I don't know.
me.
And we can see the Iowa. Oh, there we go. He does.
Exactly
He does.
Sure who it is.
And he's launched torpedoes.
I don't know. He decided to come out, and at one point,
There we go.
I don't know what happens to him. But as we come around the corner, I was hoping to get some shots on this Charles Martel, but it seems like Charles is at least somewhat paying attention to the fact that there should be more people spotted here, and there just aren't. But we're going to keep rolling. Like I said, we're going to take this flank, and we are going to make people miserable. Now,
Yeah,
I am going to use my radar in a moment because I wanted to radar the Iowa for my teammates potentially get fires on. Remember, we already got the guy to damage con, so if we can get somebody to set him on fire, that's a perma fire. That's a lot of damage off of him. And if nothing else...
Well, this guy 100% in position to shoot. This guy 100% in position to shoot. This guy's probably cut across too far, but like, if he hadn't pushed forward so much, like, yeah, 100%.
They can at least shoot him in the meantime.
Could have shot.
Now, we try to get a couple of shots into the Charles Martel here on our parting gifts, you know? But as we rush this edge, we are about to have a field day with this Iowa. Now, I detect that, of course, there are two battleships in this entire lobby, and both of them are coming after this side of the map. What are the odds of that? Now, am I playing like a normal cruiser player here? No. I am playing extremely aggressively, should not get away with what I get away with in this lobby. But, you know, Tater's going to tate, and I'm going to make fun of him. All right? Now, again, not hating the players, just what they do in the moment. But,
I don't know.
Notice the positioning of this Iowa.
Not hating the players. You kind of got to, well, a little bit. We're halfway through this video already. Not much has gone on. So I'm expecting this to be a tad bit stupid as we come across here. But honestly, like, as a cruiser player, like Spartan might be saying, yeah, like, I'm not playing like a regular cruiser player. I'm probably being a bit saying he's being too aggressive. Like, nah, not really, because like setting up crossfires is good. It's very good. They're all very like flat in a straight line here. I'm assuming they're all trying to avoid taking fire from this battleship over here, and
do you see what I'm doing
they
here?
seem to be having an
If
easy
you
time
are a
over at
cruiser
sea
player,
too.
And you don't know that you can switch to AP, you're doing it wrong, all right? There are situations, just like we're about to present, where the AP is so
But I feel like I keep on interrupting. But I got to, because you don't get much of a chance to speak in Spartan video, because Spartan speaks a lot. So everyone knows I'm a massive cruiser fan. I love the British cruisers. Let me get my words out. Specifically for the fact that if you catch a broadside battleship and you start hitting that superstructure with armor piercing, it absolutely shreds them. And the Cleveland has got an awful lot of guns and a pretty quick reload. So I have that. This poor Iowa is going to go. That's my prediction. He is going to die really freaking quick. Because Spartan has switched to one piece in specifically. HE would have probably done a lot of damage and set a bunch of fires. But this is going to be a bloodbath.
On the broadside of a battleship. Look at that, 5,800.
All right, 5K. I think that was a bad. That was a bit of a poor shot.
Boop, another 5,000.
Superstructure, Spartan.
Can we get some more? Please, sir, I'd like some more. Oh, yes, another.
If you're in the Buffalo.
Oh, but don't worry, we're going to aim higher than the belt this time, and bloop, there goes another 3,900 damage. Do you see how this can be a problem? But this Iowa
Hiya.
really doesn't get it. He's like, I don't see a problem
Superstructure.
here. Just a cruiser.
Superstructure,
He's shooting at
please.
me.
There we go. That was superstructure. You see the difference?
Alone.
Hiya, hiya,
I
hiya.
give the rear of my ship because I don't want to be sent to the shadow.
I
right?
wouldn't
so,
have.
Yeah, he's going to overmatch me, do some damage here. But
I would have
at the end
angled
of the
him.
day, I'll
Watch
take
out,
that.
this superstructure.
Now, unfortunately,
Hiya.
the guy behind me is
That was.
he's kind of going to put
There we
himself in
go.
a bad position. I think he's in a perfect 10 or something. I don't know. But we are tearing this Iowa apart. We've already put up 40,000 damage on this man. Like, this poor guy has no idea what
I was
he should
wrong
do.
with my
And then
prediction.
then the cruiser next
But
to me
even
decides
against
to
the
pull
upper
out
belt,
the
it's still
broadside in
doing
front of this
really
Iowa.
well.
I was about to show him why that's a bad idea.
Iowa's done the right thing taking the broadside
Because
shot on
between the
that
Iowa
perfect
and
10.
the cruisers that are there, you can see I'm already reversing because I want to limit who can shoot me. It's bad enough having a battleship with 16-inch American armor piercings aimed at me, right? I don't want to have everybody aimed at me. But we have farmed this man for almost 60,000 damage at this point, and
That's got to be. There we go. That's 60k. That's.
But then the Atago comes out and does the unthinkable. You can't do this, man.
That Atago
You might be the heavy
reversing
cruiser, but you are
broadside.
not equipped to be broadside, brother. You are done for. There ain't no pass and go, no collecting $200. You done, sunshine. You can't do this. Ooh, but I have torpedoes. I don't care about your torpedoes. My guns are faster than your torps. That's just physics.
That
Now,
was dumb.
I still have a cruiser alive. Now, we're going to take a couple of shots at this.
I just could say that Charles Martel just seen that Atago's hit points absolutely eviscerated. And he's staying broadside. Please turn. Please turn. Give me faith in the player base. Just turn. Just turn, Charles Martel.
Don't lead this guy enough. Again, remember, French things tend to be really
just
fast.
turn.
You can see the shells coming in from the Nagato.
Oh, there. He does. Charles Martel turns.
Right.
Thank God.
See you,
I have.
But look at the
Faith
positioning
has
of my
been
guy
restored.
versus their cruisers. I was assuming that he'd be able to handle what's left of that Charles Martel. I was wrong, right? So we're going to start putting some fires on this Nagato. We've already hit him with some armor piercing. He's going to take a shot at me. And then, unfortunately, it was a New Orleans apparently. No, it wasn't New Orleans. That was somebody else. But anyway, he goes down to the Charles Martel. And that puts me in a bit of a pickle here.
In all fairness, like the Charles Martel did turn out, he was angled, so he's going to be hard hit. He's French as well, so he's quick. So I'm not all. I wouldn't have been too upset that this guy died because like he did sacrifice his broadside to an Iowa because, well, average World of Warships Legends player.
Now I have a broadside or a battleship that is fully capable of sending me to the to the Shadow Realm real quick. And I have a heavy cruiser with a reload booster that can shoot a lot of HE real quick, and his HE is going to do a number on me. So at this point, I make the decision to turn the angle away from the
I thought he would have
battleship and
switched to
try
armor
to kill this
piercing.
freaking Charles Martel as quickly as possible. He starts to turn away, so we go ahead and switch back over to the HE. His HE is just pinning everything, as expected. But again, a little bit of inexperience with the ship, haven't played the
Charles
Cleveland in a long
Martel
time,
is
so we're going
tricky
to do
to
everything
hit.
in our power.
Those
And
French
just look at
cruisers
the
are good.
chunks damage, man, just chunking me all over the place. But two can play that game because I also have HE that can pin his ship, and if I can ever hit him, it's going to hurt. And there you go. We get a fire and we do some serious damage.
And the high caliber award.
Bonk, down he goes. Now,
That is a
with the
very,
Nagato still
very
alive, and
fast
the fact
high
that I'm
count.
about to die, most likely, the game ends on points. Fortunately for me.
How did that end so quickly? What? Oh right, yeah, like literally, like yeah, we were too focused on what was going on over here. You see, so I don't know what ship Edinburgh. So he runs one of these two guys here. There's a plane up there, so that's not that is going to be Aaron. Running radar Edinburgh.
I see you knock it though. But look at the positioning
Yeah,
of my
like
guy versus
500
their
points.
cruiser here. I was a ship that is fully capable of sending me to the battle.
And then that very quickly.
Starts to
Let's
turn
get
away,
to the
so
end.
we go ahead and switch
screen.
back over to the HE. His HE is just pinning everything, as expected. But again,
That's
going
to be a kill right there.
Played to Cleveland in a long time,
Real
so
fast.
We're going to do everything in our power, and just look at the chunks damage, man. Just chunking me all over the place. But two can play that game because I also have HE that can pin his ship, and if I can ever hit him, it's going to hurt. And there you go. We get a fire and we do some serious damage, and bonk, down he goes. Now, with the Nagato still alive and the fact that I'm about to die, most likely, the game is
Was
on
that
points.
was that Dreadnought medal
Fortunately for me.
as well?
But, we ended up having a high caliber in that game. We did everything, 120,000 damage. You're just farming the taters as far as the eye can see.
So it's official. Spartan is better than Aaron. That's a pretty good score, and that was real fast too. That like where is a Targo guy like bro? Like what were you doing? I completely understand, and like you can really understand how Spartan can come at that game with such a sarcastic tone, because like yeah, Spartan just pushed the flank, caught them all off guard, eviscerated them, moves on. I want to say GG Spartan, thank you very much. That was thoroughly entertaining to watch. I do hope you guys enjoyed as well. If you did, smash that like button, leave a comment down below, and of course, until next time, take care.